Welcome to the Explainer. You know, July 8th really isn't just another random summer day. It is secretly one of the absolute most important dates in the entire history of mathematics. And it actually connects directly to our modern world. Let me show you exactly why. So, on this one exact date, across entirely different centuries and entirely different countries for that matter, a whole series of brilliant minds were born or made discoveries that fundamentally changed the world we live in today. We're talking from 1390 all the way up to 1904. Okay, let's dive into this. Have you ever actually stopped to wonder how we know the Earth under our feet is constantly trying to balance itself? I mean, today, sure, we use GPS and advanced geology to map the world, but long before satellites existed, someone had to figure out how our planet shifts and settles without, just falling apart. Well, to find our very first answer, we've got to travel all the way back to the 14th century. Specifically, we're looking at July 8th, 1390, and a truly radical thinker named Albert of Saxony. This guy figured out something massive just by observing nature. He theorized that as rivers erode continents and wash all that dirt into the sea, the Earth's center of gravity literally shifts. And to balance that out, he believed the submerged Earth is constantly pushing upward to maintain equilibrium. Crazy, right? This exact idea actually fascinated Leonardo da Vinci later on. Albert also explored the arc of projectiles flying through the air. So every single time we use modern terrain mapping or track a moving object, we are literally building on his early genius. And here's a real aha moment that brilliantly illustrates his incredible foresight. Listen to this. For any weight less than the maximum, there must be a greater weight that Socrates could also carry. This right here is where we see his true genius. He's using this super simple, completely relatable analogy about human strength to describe the earliest sophisticated idea of a mathematical limit. It's like a giant puzzle piece clicking into place. All right, so we're staying right on July 8th, but now we're jumping forward over 300 years to 1695. It's a different country, a totally new era, and honestly, an even bigger idea. Fast forward to our modern lives for a second, and consider this. Why do all the clocks in the world tick at the exact same speed? Think about global navigation, our train schedules, even our smartphones perfectly syncing up across the globe. How did we first manage to capture time with such absolute mechanical precision? Well, the answer brings us to our next July 8th milestone in 1695. Enter a legendary Dutch polymath named Christiaan Huygens. This single mind literally laid the foundations for the mechanics we rely on for practically everything today. So Huygens was actually trying to solve a very practical problem, navigation at sea. Ships were just getting lost left and right because they couldn't track time. So what does he do? He solves it by inventing and patenting the very first pendulum clock. Boom! Suddenly, humanity could measure time accurately. But, he didn't just stop there. He looked up through a telescope and discovered the true shape of Saturn's rings. And then, he thought about how we actually see those rings and argued that light travels as expanding waves. So our modern Wi-Fi signals, our fiber optic cables, they all rely on his foundational wave theory. And look at the profound elegance in his observation here. He said, an expanding sphere of light behaves as if each point on the wavefront were a new source of radiation. Just imagine light behaving exactly like ripples expanding in a pond. That one elegant idea completely changed how we understand our entire universe. One date, so many stories. Let's keep going. We're moving from 1695 into the 19th century now, and we're just going to take a super quick historical detour, really just to show you that geniuses born on this day also had a pretty wicked sense of humor. Enter Torsten Carleman, a brilliant mathematician born on July 8th, 1892. And he famously and hilariously declared that professors ought to be shot at the age of 50. I mean, wow. It's this bizarre, hilarious reminder that even the absolute greatest mathematical minds loved to poke fun at their own rigid academic institutions. But our timeline continues. Let's move to the 20th century now and see how this all builds, staying right on our golden date to witness how these huge ideas combine. Which brings us to a massive modern dilemma. How do impossibly complex problems actually get solved today? Like when we build giant systems, think global databases or the collaborative software powering the phones in our pockets, how do giant teams work together without the whole thing just falling apart? The answer takes us straight to July 8th, 1904, and the birth of Henri Cartan. This guy wasn't just a mathematician. He was basically a pioneer of the ultimate intellectual team sport. See, Cartan was a founding member of the highly secretive Bourbaki group back in 1935. Instead of working all alone in some quiet room, he completely revolutionized math through extreme teamwork. I mean, Cartan and his friends wrote foundational mathematics collectively, all under one fake name. And they subjected every single idea to this brutal, relentless peer review. Actually, they would rewrite a single chapter up to 9 times until perfect agreement was reached. 9 times. So if you've ever collaborated on a shared document or used community-driven code, you're using the exact same spirit of massive collaboration. Just listen to how Cartan himself described their really intense process. He said, "We often disagreed, we often had big arguments, but we remained good friends." And following the script structure outlined in the source document titled ENGV, this perfectly captures the real secret to modern innovation. Healthy conflict paired with intense collaboration is exactly what creates perfection. So let's step back and look at the full timeline. Every single person we met today across completely different centuries and different countries, they all basically asked the exact same question. What is the pattern hiding inside the chaos? From Albert figuring out how to balance the earth, to Huygens measuring time, to Carleman's sharp wit, and Cartan's extreme teamwork. Because they ask those deep questions, our world today functions with incredible precision, balance, and collaboration. Which leaves us with this one final fascinating thought. What hidden pattern will the next brilliant mind born on July 8th discover in our modern chaos? Keep wondering, keep exploring, and definitely never forget the invisible math powering our everyday lives. Catch you in the next